Good evening, and welcome to tonight's adult sleep story of the web of whispering winds. And as you settle into the softness of your bed, feel your body sinking down, heavier and heavier, like the roots of an ancient tree burrowing into the warm, safe earth beneath you. With each breath, you let go of the day, releasing every thought and tension, like leaves carried off by a gentle breeze. And as you exhale, you begin to notice that a new story is unfolding in your mind's eye, a story meant just for you. Let your breathing deepen now as the story begins. Once, in a quiet valley, far from the world's bustle, there lived a solitary woman named Jenny. Her home stood on the edge of a dense forest, where the roots of trees tangled together like clasped hands, and the air hummed with the gentle whisper of the winds, weaving through branches. Jenny was a potter by trade, her hands forever shaping clay into bowls, pitchers, and vases. She worked alone, spoke little to others, and rarely ventured beyond her small cottage. Jenny believed the world was a place of chaos and distraction, and she had no need for it. "I have everything I need here," she often told herself, gazing at her tidy garden, her pottery wheel, and her shelves lined with the pieces she had carefully crafted. And yet, late at night, when the moon hung high and the forest fell silent, Jenny would sometimes feel a faint ache in her chest, a hollowness she didn't quite understand. One misty morning, as Jenny gathered clay from the riverbank, she noticed something unusual. The forest felt different, alive in a way she hadn't felt before. The bird song seemed to echo a little longer, and the rustling leaves carried a melody she couldn't quite place. Shrugging it off, she filled her basket with clay and returned to her cottage, her mind already turning to the bowls she would shape. But as she worked, something strange began to happen. Her hands, so steady and precise, faltered. The clay resisted, her touch collapsing or cracking, no matter how gently she shaped it. Frustrated, Jenny pushed the wheel aside and stepped outside, hoping the fresh air might clear her head. That's when she saw it, a single thread, glimmering faintly in the sunlight, stretched taut between the trees. It was no ordinary thread. It shimmered like moonlight on water, impossibly fine, yet unbreakably strong. As Jenny reached out to touch it, the thread quivered, and suddenly the forest came alive with whispers. "Jenny." The voice was soft, like the sigh of wind through leaves. "Why do you turn away from the world?" She spun around, but no one was there. The forest was empty, save for the shimmering thread that stretched endlessly in both directions. Confused and unsettled, Jenny returned to her cottage, but the thread lingered in her thoughts. That night, as she drifted into sleep, she dreamed of the thread. In her dream, she saw it stretching across the valley, connecting her cottage to the village, beyond the hills, the rivers to the forests, and even the stars above to the earth below. The thread pulsed with life, and every time Jenny touched it, ripples spread outward, setting the entire web shimmering. When she woke, the dream clung to her, heavy and vivid. And then, as if summoned by the dream, there came a knock at her door. Standing on her threshold was a young boy from the village, clutching a broken pot in his hands. His cheeks were streaked with tears, and his voice trembled as he explained, "My mother's favorite vase. It broke. She says nothing can fix it. But I thought maybe you could try." Jenny's first instinct was to refuse. She didn't take requests. She only made what she wanted to make. But something about the boy's tear-streaked face, or perhaps the lingering memory of the dream, made her pause. Reluctantly, she took the vase and promised to try. As she worked to mend the shattered pieces, Jenny found herself thinking about the boy and his mother. She imagined the mother's joy when the vase was whole again, and the boy's pride in bringing it back to her. And for the first time, her work felt different. The clay seemed to soften under her hands, as if grateful for her care. When she returned the vase, the boy's eyes lit up with joy. "Thank you," he whispered, his voice trembling with gratitude. As he walked away, Jenny felt a warmth blooming in her chest, a feeling she hadn't known in years. Over the weeks that followed, the shimmering thread began to appear more often. Sometimes it hung outside her window. Other times it stretched across her garden. And every time she touched it, she heard whispers, stories of the villagers, their struggles and joys, their laughter and tears. Slowly, Jenny began to venture beyond her cottage. She started visiting the village, bringing her pottery to market and listening to the stories of those she met. She learned of a farmer struggling with a poor harvest, a weaver creating blankets to warm her neighbors through the winter, and an elder who sang songs to comfort the grieving. With each connection she made, Jenny began to see the invisible web that bound them all together. Every action she took sent ripples through that web, just as others' actions had rippled into her life. She saw how her work could bring joy, comfort, or healing to others, and in turn, their gratitude filled the hollowness in her heart. One evening, as Jenny sat by her fire, shaping a bowl for the weaver who had gifted her a warm shawl, the shimmering thread appeared again. But this time, it glowed brighter than ever, its light filling the room. "Jenny," the voice whispered, "do you see now? The web of life connects us all. Your choices, your actions, your kindness, they matter more than you know." Tears welled in Jenny's eyes as she whispered, "I see it now. I see how everything is connected, how we are all part of something greater." And as the thread faded, Jenny felt a deep peace settle over her, a peace that came from knowing she was no longer alone, that her life had meaning beyond herself. Now, as you lie here, listening to this tale, you too may begin to notice the threads of connection in your own life. Perhaps you'll think of a kind word you once shared that brightened someone's day, or a moment when someone's generosity touched your heart. Feel yourself sinking deeper now, as if the threads of life are cradling you, holding you safe and warm. With each breath, you relax further, letting go of anything that no longer serves you. And as you drift into sleep, perhaps you'll dream of the shimmering web that connects us all, a web of light and love, stretching endlessly through time and space. A reminder that you are never truly alone, and that every action you take sends ripples through the world. Sleep now, deeply and peacefully, knowing you are part of something beautiful and infinite. And now, as the story lingers softly in your mind, take a deep, calming breath in and gently release it. Feel the weight of your body melting into the bed beneath you, as if you are becoming one with the soft, supportive surface. Each breath carries you deeper now into a serene, quiet place within yourself. Imagine for a moment that you are standing in a moonlit forest, surrounded by towering trees that sway gently in the night breeze. The air here is cool and sweet, filled with the faint scent of earth and pine. Overhead, the stars twinkle like tiny diamonds scattered across a vast, velvety sky. Their light is soft, soothing, as if the entire universe is wrapping you in a warm, comforting embrace. You notice a shimmering thread stretching between two of the trees. It glows faintly in the moonlight, like the silver trail of a spider's web, kissed by dew. You reach out to touch it, and as your fingers graze its surface, you feel a gentle vibration, a hum, like the softest of songs, echoing deep within your chest. The thread begins to glow brighter now, illuminating more of the forest. And as you look around, you notice there are more threads, countless threads, stretching between the trees, connecting every branch and leaf. These threads shimmer with soft, golden light, creating a vast web that seems to stretch endlessly in every direction. You feel drawn to this web, this infinite network of connection, and as you step closer, you notice how the threads pulse gently, as if they are alive. With every pulse, you feel a sense of peace washing over you, flowing into you like a warm, gentle tide. Each beat of the web seems to match the rhythm of your own breath, in and out, deeper and deeper into relaxation. The threads seem to hum softly now, and as you listen, you realize it's not a hum at all. It's a melody, a gentle, soothing song, as if the entire forest is singing you to sleep. The melody wraps around you, cradling you in its softness, inviting you to let go completely. As you watch the shimmering web, you begin to notice something extraordinary. Each thread holds a moment, a memory, a connection, a fragment of a story. One thread glows with the laughter you once shared with a loved one. Another pulses with the warmth of a kind gesture, freely given and gratefully received. And as you gaze deeper, you see threads that stretch far beyond your own life, linking you to others in ways you can't even imagine. This web is the story of all things, the story of life itself, and you are a part of it. Your presence here is important. Your actions, no matter how small, send ripples through this great tapestry, touching lives and creating connections in ways you may never fully see. And in this moment, you know, deeply and truly, that you are never alone. You are held within this web, cherished and connected to all that is. Feel yourself now, gently swaying in the rhythm of this web, cradled by its light. The threads seem to hum directly to your heart, soothing you, relaxing you, guiding you into an even deeper state of calm. With every breath, you sink further down, your body growing heavier and heavier, while your mind becomes lighter and lighter. You feel the weight of the day melting away, carried off by the soft breeze that whispers through the trees. Any lingering thoughts, any tension, simply dissolve into the stillness around you. And as you relax even more deeply, you realize that this shimmering web is not just outside of you, it is within you as well. You are made of this light, this connection, this infinite flow of life and love. Every breath you take, every beat of your heart is a part of this beautiful, universal rhythm. Breathe in deeply now and feel the light of the web filling you completely, as if you are glowing from within. And as you exhale, let go of anything that no longer serves you. Each breath takes you deeper and deeper into a state of perfect peace. There is nothing more you need to do now, nothing to fix, nothing to change. You are exactly where you are meant to be, safe and supported, cradled by the web of life. Let the soft melody of the web lull you further into stillness. It hums to you, whispering softly, "You are enough, you are safe, you are loved." And as you drift deeper into this restful state, imagine the golden threads of the web wrapping around you like a warm, weightless blanket. They hold you gently, rocking you into the most peaceful, restorative sleep. You can let go now, surrendering fully to this moment, allowing your body and mind to rest completely. Feel yourself sinking deeper and deeper still, as if you are floating down through layers of soft, welcoming clouds. With every breath, you drift further into the quiet, tranquil depths of sleep, where nothing can disturb you. You may notice your thoughts growing quieter now, softer and more distant, like whispers fading into the night. Your body is completely relaxed. Your mind is calm, and you are at peace. Feel yourself carried now effortlessly into the deepest, most restorative sleep. And as you sleep, the web continues to hold you, surrounding you with love, safety, and connection. Let these final words echo softly in your mind like the last notes of a lullaby. You are connected to all that is. You are part of something vast, something beautiful. You are loved exactly as you are. There is nothing left to do, nowhere else to go, only this moment. A quiet unfolding, a gentle surrender. As you drift into the deepest, most peaceful rest, Feel yourself unraveling, like a soft thread unwinding, releasing the day, letting go of everything until only stillness remains. And as you drift deeper, imagine yourself floating effortlessly, carried by a slow, steady current of calm. A gentle tide pulling you further into the night, weightless, suspended in serenity, drifting deeper and deeper still. Above you, the sky stretches endlessly, stars shimmering like quiet whispers of light, their glow casting silver reflections on the world around you, soft, soothing, a silent lullaby, calling you home to sleep. The rhythm of your breath, the rhythm of the night, merging into one. A quiet pulse, guiding you into even deeper rest. And as you listen to the silence, feel the warmth of safety surrounding you. A deep knowing that you are held, completely at ease, completely at peace. Everything slows, everything softens, thoughts dissolving, fading, like footprints disappearing in the sand, leaving only quiet, only stillness. The dream world awaits, a place where time stretches and bends, where you can drift untethered, restoring, renewing, sinking into comfort. Deeper now, lighter now, drifting further into sleep's gentle embrace. Sleep is here, soft and boundless, wrapping around you like a blanket of night. And as you float even deeper, the world fades into silence, melting into space, into stillness, until there is nothing left but the quiet rhythm of sleep, holding you, cradling you, carrying you through the night, peaceful, restful, until the soft glow of morning gently stirs you awake. But for now, you sleep deeply, soundly, completely, floating, resting, dreaming, drifting, beyond thought, beyond time, into the sweetest, deepest slumber. Sleep now, deeply and peacefully, knowing that you are safe, cherished, and at home within the great web of life. Good night.